Happy October, my friends! Today I'm going to share with you 3 pumpkin breakfast ideas that are perfect on a cozy autumn morning. For these recipes, you're going to need pumpkin puree. This can be made at home out of any sort of winter squash. You can use pie pumpkin, blue Hubbard, acorn squash, or as you can see, I'm using a butternut squash. I hope this inspires you to grab a cup of coffee and cook something cozy for breakfast this fall. Our first recipe is a good old-fashioned bowl of porridge with a pumpkin twist. We're going to start by soaking rolled oats overnight in filtered water with a bit of yogurt. This breaks down the anti-nutrients in the oats, making them easier to digest. You can use any form of acidity for this, such as vinegar, whey, or lemon juice. The next morning, we're going to rinse the oats and place them in a pan along with filtered water, pumpkin puree, pumpkin pie spice, and a splash of vanilla, along with maple syrup, and then cook that until it's nice and creamy. You can top this with nuts or nut butter, chopped apples, splash of heavy cream makes it delicious. We're feeling a little savory for our second recipe here. We're going to make a ham and cheese sandwich, but we're going to add a little pumpkin to the bechamel sauce. First things first, we're going to make a roux with a little butter and einkorn flour, and then add in pumpkin puree, heavy cream, cheese, and just a dash of pumpkin pie spice, salt, and pepper. Once the sauce is melted and creamy, we're going to spread that on 2 buttered slices of sourdough, layer that with cheese and ham. You can use deli meat ham or leftovers from a roast like I am here. Cook that up on both sides until brown and crispy. Serve with applesauce and a little bit of sauerkraut, and it hits the spot. Last but not least, our third recipe is sourdough pumpkin pancakes. This recipe is traditionally fermented, making these nutrient-dense and easily digestible. We're beginning the night before by combining sourdough starter, milk. You can see I'm using water because I was out of milk, but I highly recommend using milk or buttermilk, pumpkin puree, vanilla, sugar, pumpkin pie spice, and flour. Mix that together, cover the bowl, and let it sit on your counter overnight. In the morning, when the batter is nice and bubbly, we're going to add baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Then we're going to stir that in, and then our batter is ready to use for breakfast. You can fry this in a skillet for pancakes or use a waffle maker for waffles. Keep in mind that if you're going to make waffles instead of pancakes, you'll need to add 1 tablespoon of melted butter or oil to the batter first. Enjoy these with a generous amount of butter, maple syrup, and your favorite breakfast sides.